Dennis, a hand pass towards Lawrence. It's picked up by Larcher, driven into the ground by Blenheim. Big pack. As 8 or so players pick themselves up off the ground. Drives it long inside attacking 50. It's a really well judged mark. Kennedy flies. Here is Jones, taken to ground.
A little underground kick towards Sean Kennedy, who was wrapped up in a strong tackle. And right next to the boundary line, we'll have another stoppage. There might be some serious intensity around this contest.
Kicks around his body towards the pocket. Terrific mark, though, by Clark.
They try to complete the horseshoe. That's a brilliant mark. Taken by Matt Bennett. Melbourne City Toyota mark of the day contender for Matthew. Going up in the air. 3 bites of the cherry for Ryan Valentine. Off to Cooper Harvey. Now the field opens up for the Cardinals. They're streaming inside 50, and Grant presents, didn't take the mark. It's Lawrence out the back. He gets boot to ball, and he trickles it home. Against the tide, the Cardinals kick the first. One of 3 players who's a 4-time premiership player at St Kevin's. A terrific achievement for him as Paddy Kerr crashed the pack. They all dropped like 9 pins. It's Hodges at the front. Kick's not a good one. Meant that the Cardinals defence can go to work. Frenetic, just a spiral. Long thumping kick of the football inside 50. We love when that happens. Big fly from across the pack is Jack Polkinghorne. He'll go for Jones. Wardlaw smashed into Clark. He was delayed in getting there. Frenetic, a haphazard kick to half forward for Jalbert. Didn't take the mark. Merritt was wearing him like a glove. Thrown into the ground was Andriusk, and St Kevin's don't like the treatment that their teammate received, and there's a little bit of a dust-up going on. Oh. Jumper punches, scragging, Richards.
Somebody's lost a jumper.
Someone has lost a jumper.
The jumper's come completely off in one piece.
Well, when you work out who that is, let us know, as Tynan takes the advantage, goes across the face of goal to Yench. So he kicks it underneath the scoreboard. He's thinking about broadcast side, then decides to opt out of that option and go right to the cricket nets. And the mark has been taken on the outer side of the ground by Ben Hayes. Chisels it to his captain in Jalbert, dropped the mark, but he had time to regain it. He gave it to Dennis, who followed up his good work from the back pocket into the centre circles. Bouncing off Tynan is Galvin. Thumps the footy inside 50 towards Valentine, and Tarrant. Oh. Brilliant mark from James Tarrant. All eyes were on Ryan, and James just floated into the front of that contest and ended up taking it in the breadbasket. I've loved the way this young man has compiled his season in 2023, James Tarrant. 32 goals with the Cardinals. A couple of goals in the Big V. He's having a year like no other. As he puts the ball on its way, the umpire doesn't move. Much like that first term, Nick Duxon, it's against the flow of play. Come a long way from home to make a contest of things and then thrown Lukey Winter into the ground. Great tackle by James Tarrant. And he's been rewarded.
Inside attacking 50, Clark did really well.
Support the Cardinals through Bennett towards Lawrence, out of sight of the ground. Oh. Great mark from the captain, Aidan Frenetic. In fact, Andy Jalbert.
St Kevin's streaming through his Kennedy. Awkward looking ball up towards the teeth of goal, and Clark, a well-judged mark. It's been good today, Clark in defence for Old Scotch. Runs to the back pocket and then drives it long. And a really good mark as well off that Clark kick. And cutting through there was Galvin to take it.
Music for Sam. And plays it down the line for Kennedy, who misread it in the air, and Doug Lawrence just floated over the top of him.
To come in, he's kicked 21 goals for the season. He's kicked 1 goal today. The kick falls short.
Well, likely to win given the margin they had over Caulfield at half-time, but they'll close that percentage gap, Nico, on St Kevin's. Mansfield's kick went up and down the chimney. Cooper Harvey took a really good mark in the end. Had to just sit underneath the high ball. He knew the pack was closing. Kept it, and from a standing start, Brown pumps it into goal. Will it go the journey? Well, Mackenzie Allen will definitely make sure of it now by taking the mark right on the goal line and slamming it home. Earlier on in the year.
Definitely. Kick goes inside, attacking 50, and a wonderful mark to Clark.
We don't see those paid all that often at this level of footy.
No, rarely, especially with something I thought maybe could have just been a throw-in. So Harvey shoots into goal. Big pack of players right on the goal line. Well, it's a mark or a goal. You can take your pick. In the end, the mark has been paid to Reece Galvin, and he'll just pop it through.